Having just one option is not an option. The real power is having all the options and choosing the right one. Hi, this is Ritika and we are doing reading 28th of Corporate Finance, now known as Corporate Issuers, that is Uses of Capital.
This is LOSD and LOSD requires us to describe types of real options relevant to capital investment. So before we begin, what are real options? Real options refer to a project involving tangible assets versus financial instruments. Real options can include the decision to expand, defer or wait, or abandon a project entirely. A real option gives firm's management the right but not the obligation to undertake certain business opportunities or investments. What are the types of real options? There are 4 types: timing options, sizing options, flexibility options, and production options. We'll discuss each of them one by one. And we begin with the timing options. Investment in any project may not be a one-time affair. It may be divided into multiple periods of time throughout the project. Say for example, for a project expected to last for next 10 years, you may invest 100 millions today, then another 100 million at the beginning of next year, and so on for the next 5 years. This is also called project sequencing. The timing option gives the investor an option to alter the timing of the investment. So after say 1 year, there may be better information available to the investor which indicates that the further investment that's scheduled right now should be delayed to say the beginning of year 2. And this may be more profitable for the investor given the current cost of raising capital. Basing the decision regarding the further investment after taking into account the available and the updated information adds to the value of the investment. The investor may delay or postpone the investment based on the updated information. So real options also help in improving the NPV of the project, since it adds to the value of information-based decision making. Next, we have the sizing options. As discussed, the investment in a project may be spread across the course of the project and may not be just a one-time affair. The sizing option gives the investors an option to change the size of the investment from the initially scheduled one after taking into account the information available to them after a certain time has passed in the project. Say in the previous example, if after year 1 the interest rates have fallen, this would mean the capital investment is available at a cheaper rates now. And assuming everything else is same, the investor may decide to prepone the investment and invest say a 200 million instead of 100 at that time. This was an example of expansion projects that allow the investor to make more investment than initially scheduled if the financial results of the project are strong and promising. And the abandonment projects, on the other hand, allow the investors to abandon the project completely after the initial investments if the company's financial results are disappointing. The investors may also increase or decrease the size of the investments according to the new and updated information available to them during the course of the project. The availability of these options also increases the value of the project and the company. Moving further, we have the flexibility options. There are various flexibility options such as price setting options and production flexibility options. The price setting options allow the managers to change the price of the products and the services as per the conditions and situations after the initial planning. The production flexibility options allow the managers to increase or decrease the level of productions during the project. These options provide flexibility to the project, thus increasing their value. And lastly, we have production options. Here, the whole investment is considered as an option. The returns from the investment are contingent on an underlying asset, just like most financial options. The investors have an option to increase the production and thus increasing the returns when required. Also, they have the option to control the production if, say for example, they want to control the supply and the market prices. You can think of the diamond mining industry as an example. When the cartels want to control the supply, they reduce the production, and when they want to cash in, they increase the production. The decisions are made to maximize the investor's wealth. Finally, what are the approaches to real option analysis? To begin with, without considering the options and using discounted cash flow approach, calculate the NPV of the project just like we normally do. If the NPV of the project is positive, then accept the project. This is because options only add a positive value to the project. And if the project already has a positive value, even without considering the real option, then the options would only increase the value further. They cannot decrease it. Now, in order to calculate the real value of the project, after considering the impact of real options, reduce the cost of options from the above NPV and add the value of the option. So project NPV equals NPV based on DCF alone minus cost of options plus the value of options. In the analysis, you may also make use of decision trees. We'll discuss this in detail sometime later in another video. Also, use option pricing models such as Black-Scholes model, binomial option pricing model, etc. Now let's do a question for revision. Sparrow Corp is considering investment worth 100 million across a period of 3 years, 30 million at the end of first 2 years and 40 million at the end of 4th year. But it is skeptical about the safety of their investment as the interest rates future look volatile as of now. It has shortlisted a few investment options with similar risk return profile and evaluating the best suited one. The best investment for Sparrow Corp should have which of these real options? A. Timing option, B. Flexibility option, or C. The sizing options. Since the investor is dicey about the interest rates in the future, he or she may want to prepone or postpone the investment as and when they fall due, depending upon the interest rates available then. So the project that provides the timing option would be the best suited one. So option A is correct. So that's LOSD. We'll be discussing the common capital allocation pitfalls in the next video. Till then, you can practice problems on this topic at procfa.com. There you'll also find the study notes for this chapter. I'll add the link for the same in the description below. See you in the next LOS. Till then, take care and goodbye.